Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of You and Me and Her, a love story on PC. I still have the photo Ioi took of the three of us, a snapshot of a friendship I can never get back. I can't bring myself to go back up to the roof again. That place is etched with all the memories of our friendship. It's a place Ioi referred to as the center of the universe. Meanwhile, I have no plans to search for her. She probably wouldn't want me to anyway. She threw our friendship away. Not that I really blame her for it. But there are no save points in real life. There's no way for me to reload and try again. Still, I'm going to keep moving forward. I'll live a quiet life. Life without any trouble. No unreasonable expectations. Just a normal, average life. An honest life. I don't need to be on top of the world. I don't need to stand at the center of the universe. Not everyone has to be special, right? I crawl under the covers and close my eyes. In my dreams, it's opening night. Miyuki kisses her lover to a raucous applause. She kisses someone who isn't me. I'm not in the audience. I'm nowhere to be found. I wish I could just disappear. I try to play video games, but can't focus. I try to watch TV, but it grates on my ears. I lie on the sofa in the living room. I can hear the clock ticking. Time passes, 1 second at a time. It'd be so much easier if I could just pass out. But sleep eludes me. And all I feel is anger, steadily building. The longer I lie here doing nothing, the more I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. I grab my phone and jump to my feet. Then I head for the door and... Before I can leave the house, I stop short. The ticket is still lying on the coffee table where I left it. Just 2 hours until the show starts. I decide not to go back and grab it. Instead, I head out into the town. Oh, is it not going to say it? Hey, Yutaro, you busy? Want to hang out? Nah, that's cool. Just thought I'd ask. Anyway, talk to you later. Fuck. It's not Yutaro's fault. I know that. I wander the streets aimlessly. But no matter where I go. Every street. Every corner. Every store. It's all tainted with my memories of Miyuki and Ioi. I can't get them out of my head. Meanwhile, my frustration builds. I need to vent, but how? As usual, the batting cages are empty. I sit on the bench, bat in hand, staring into space. My emotions swell in my chest until they're fit to burst, then sink into a vague shapelessness that swirls around in my gut. With no chance of release, it piles up like sludge. Time ticks by. Secretly, I've gotten my hopes up. Here I am, at our old childhood hangout spot, the place where I once changed her fate. And somehow I'd convinced myself that maybe coming here would change mine. But I couldn't hit a single ball. I couldn't even take a single swing. I laugh weakly at my own sorry state of affairs. I've never hated myself more in my entire life. I hear a familiar sound. A small black kitten totters out from under the bench. Edu, is that you? The transceiver cat meows sweetly in reply. If Edu's here, then...
Shinichi.
Where have you been?
それは
Why bother coming back now? Are you here to point and laugh?
違うの。
Then why are you here? Oh, I get it. You're here to patch things up. You think Miyuki and I have to get together, right? So you're trying to set me up on the right route or whatever.
会いたかったの。非攻略ヒロインはフェードアウトが普通。会っちゃダメなのは分かってたの。でも会いたかったの。
This conversation is too little too late. And yet all at once I'm filled with self-loathing.
演劇はみゆきとうまくいってないの？チューしたの？
No. She'll be kissing someone, but it won't be me.
したくないの？
I'm done talking about this.
したいの？
I said I'm done!
したいの。
Shut up!
ルル。
I don't deserve to. She's very clearly out of my league. Even I'm not that stupid.
そんなのわからないの。
Sure I do.
ルル。
How long are you gonna keep living in your fantasy world? This isn't a game. This is real life. I can't change who I am. I've tried. God isn't real. Miracles aren't real. My mouth moves of its own accord, blurting out all the things I could never say before. And your God isn't real either. Suddenly, Ayoi grabs a baseball bat.
賭けするの。
What?
葵ホームラン打つの。
She moves into the batter's box. Then she takes up a batting stance, just as we taught her.
ホームラン打ったら新一みゆきに告白するの。
Excuse me? Don't be ridiculous.
ルル。
She doesn't respond. The ball whistles towards her, and she swings her bat. One hour later.
ルル。
Her swing is completely off. She hasn't even grazed the ball for a while now. And yet... She keeps swinging away. She knows she can't hit a home run, but she keeps trying anyway. You'd think she'd have given up by now, but she hasn't. The momentum sends her tumbling to the ground. After using up all her energy, she's too exhausted to stand. Come on, Ayoi. Just give up already.
ダメ。諦めないの。新一がみゆきに告白するまで。
I told you I can't.
無理じゃないの。
Ayoi heaves herself to her feet, using her bat to support her.
ホームラン打ったら新一信じるの。
I'm telling you, God isn't real.
いるの。
Huh?
いる絶対いるの。
What
葵は神様を知ってて。神様は世界をアップデートできて、だから奇跡は起こるの。願いはきっと届く。葵、ホームラン打てるの。打てるはずなのに。
おいおい。
どうして。
She reaches down and grabs a baseball lying on the ground. She then flings it up at the net. Naturally, it falls far too short of the target.
どうしてどうしてどうしてどうして打てないの。
Oi oi. She shrinks down. Her shadow wavers along the ground. She whispers faintly.
あのね、シンジ、最近ずっと電波届かないの。神様にセーブできないの。葵からアップデートもできないの。神様、葵を見捨てたの。葵はゲームのヒロインじゃなかったの。
Ayoi's been gone all this time. I can picture her with her arm up in the air, transmitting to God with a phone that has no signal. She's so far removed from reality, her God is the only emotional support she has. Without it, she...
でも新一は葵に教えたの。この世界には嬉しい、楽しい、寂しい、苦しい、たくさんの気持ちがあるって。だから今ここにいられるの。新一はね、葵の新しい神様なの。
I'm her God.
だからお願いなの。葵の気持ちは間違いじゃないって。人を好きになるっていいことだって、そう信じさせて。
I think I need to help her believe. I walk over and look at the bat lying on the ground. There's blood on the grip from where Aoi was holding it. Slowly, I pick it up.
新一、
I stand in the batter's box. I assume my batting stance. Then I focus my energy on everything directly in front of me. What's gotten into me? Even I'm not entirely sure. Ordinarily, I'd never make it this far. Instead, I'd find a way to get out of it. And yet, here I am. Maybe I have Aioi to thank for this. I can feel my heart pounding. I haven't felt this way in years. The pitching machine will shoot the ball, and the perfect form on par with Miyuki's. And with the perfect form on par with Miyuki's, I'll send it rocketing back, directly into the home run target. I've had the same fantasy 1,000 times. The pitching machine fires the ball. So far, so good. Miyuki. My swing misses completely. I promptly collapse to the ground.
Shinichi.
Holy shit. I can't stop laughing. I have no excuse for this shameful display. I failed to hit a home run. I failed to make a miracle happen. And yet, somehow, I feel like I'm walking on cloud 9.
Shinichi.
Thank you, Aioi. With your help, I finally swung a bat again. Now I can just start over. It's not too late, right?
そうなの。
Sorry, but I've got somewhere to be. I'm going to see Miyuki. This time, I'm going to tell her how I feel.
Hi.
As I get ready to take off, Aioi raises her hand.
シンイチ、かっこいいの。
Hardly.
違う、かっこいいの。次はまた新しい葵が別ルートで待ってるの。
I have no talent. I'm a gutless loser. A wimp. A nobody. I'm no prince. I can't hit a home run. And Miyuki's totally out of my league. It's all fact, plain and simple. And yet, I think back to Aioi swinging her bat until she could hardly stand. Was she pathetic? Were her tears wasted? No. With her help, I finally found the strength to take a swing. Home run or strike, it doesn't matter. All I have to do is keep trying. I understand that now. No matter how many times I told myself to let go, no matter how many times I pretended it wasn't real, my feelings were always there, right from the very start. I've always loved her. She was my everything. So what if I didn't transform into a prince for my happy ending? So what if real life doesn't work that way? I'm done lying to myself about how I feel. No matter where she is, I'll find her. I grab the ticket off the table. 15 minutes left until the show starts. I forced my now leaden legs to carry me all the way to school. Flinging off my shoes, I hurried to the old gymnasium where the performance is to be held. Here. Ticket. I'm so out of breath I can scarcely hold a conversation with the ticket clerk. Exhausted, I stumble my way into the auditorium. Oh, why that's so hard for me. Most of the seats are already full. Just 5 minutes left until the show starts. The crowd is buzzing with excitement and curiosity. Desperately, I search the room. Miyuki!
新一。
The gym goes dead silent. All at once, everyone's eyes are on me. It's like I'm on stage again. I'm just a bit player compared to her, though. I'm sure my lines will be laughed at. But this isn't an act.
どうしたの？
I need to tell you something. My breath's still ragged. I force the words out at full volume. I love you.
Eh?
It's the truth. All this time, I've never been able to admit it, but I love you, Miki. She looks like she's fighting back tears. I gasp for breath.
ありが
Her expression falters just a bit.
ずっとその言葉聞きたかった。
She whispers in a tiny voice only I can hear. I walk up to her and take her hand.
ちょっと待ってください。何やってるんですか、本番前に。
Oh,
ファンサービス。
just like that, Miyuki switches back to her usual persona.
彼が私のファンだって言うから。ファン？そう、私が好きで応援してくれてるんだって。本当に？そうよね。
This must be a spur-of-the-moment cover story. Otherwise, my actions will just cause drama for Miyuki and the rest of the theater club. If I don't want to destroy this performance, then my only option is to go along with it. It's written all over Miyuki's face.
演劇が終わったらまた話しましょう。ほら、はるちゃん。はい。
Miyuki walks off. The performance is about to start. As a would-be fan, I can only watch her go. I know I should, and yet... Wait! Miyuki stops short, her back still turned. If you go up on that stage, if this play follows that script...
何かな。
Her persona's slipping. I had one goal in coming here. My objective was to tell her how I felt. Honestly, I ought to have planned for whatever happened after that, but I hadn't.
新一。
I could see the pleading look in her eyes, begging me to steal her away, but it's too late. Break a leg up there. Miyuki disappears backstage without another word. Weakly, I collapse into an empty chair. I'm too exhausted to move. I was too late. Too late to change anything. I'm utterly powerless. Am I making a choice to stand my ground here? No. I'm just unable to move. And now? Now she's going to kiss some other guy. Who cares? The curtains rise to loud applause. On stage, Miyuki suddenly starts swinging. In the silent auditorium, all that can be heard is the sound of her bat cutting through the air. Her swing is flawless. She doesn't speak, but her actions do the talking for her, grabbing the audience's attention. But this is all child's play for Miyuki. Here in the audience, my eyes are glued to her. Her voice echoes in my ears. Her words seep down to my soul. Her every move perfectly captures my attention. Every tiny gesture captivates me. And her lips. The more I watch, the more anxious I become. At this point, I can't even follow the plot. Something about a baseball player filling in a spot on the girls' softball team. The moment the male actor enters my line of sight, I feel queasy. I'm tempted to jump out of my seat and make a beeline for the door. I want to disappear, but my body won't move. Then the climactic finale scene arrives. I can't take it. I just don't have it in me. I want to get out of here. I need to leave. Now. I don't want to have to watch this. I don't care if the whole audience laughs at me. My chest feels like it's going to explode. I can't take this agony. Huh? Then I realize Miki's supposed to be performing right now. She's in the middle of her beautifully executed kiss scene, but as the two draw close, her lips twist with the faintest hint of misery, but no one sees the slip in her flawless acting. No one but me. I don't care about the play anymore. I just care about Miyuki. I want to save her from her suffering. And to that end, I have to wreck this performance. The distance between them closes in slow motion. I need to call her name. I need to ruin the performance and save her. I jump to my feet in the middle of the audience. But just before their lips meet, the stage goes dark. It's a blackout. Or is it? This is my first time being on the roof at night. Above me, countless stars sparkle in the sky. Meanwhile, the city below twinkles just as bright. It's a view I'm sure I can never get tired of. Oh, my
い
goodness.
た。
How'd you know where to find me?
あなたの思考回路くらい読めるわよ。
No cast party?
今ちょっと混乱してるから。
That was one hell of an ending, that's for sure. After the power outage, the performance was cut short. I imagine there was a bit more to the story after the kiss scene. So while the main plot was resolved, the play itself ended on a somewhat unsatisfactory note.
電源がショートしてブレーカーが落ちたって。
Interesting. Especially since the rest of the school seems to be unaffected. What? Yuki shoots me a sharp glare. Reflexively, I take a step back. I didn't do anything.
まだ何も聞いてないけど、何か心当たりでもある？
Of course not.
停電の直前、我慢しきれず立ち上がったわよね。
You saw?
観客席で青くなってた時からずっとね。
You should pay more attention to your performance.
集中力切らした覚えはないわよ。
Until the moment of the kiss, anyway.
とにかくあなたがやったんじゃないわよね。
Miyuki squints at me dubiously. I mean, admittedly, if the power hadn't gone out, it's entirely possible I would have wrecked the show myself, but all I did was stand up.
合図もしてないのね。
What signal?
これ現場に落ちてたんだって。
She pulls something out of her pocket and hands it to me. A hairpin? It's the same kitty hairpin I gave to Aioi.
演劇中猫の着ぐるみを見かけたって子がいるの。変な格好だから関係者だと思ったらしいけど。
I see. No normal person would wear an eye-catching getup like that to sneak in somewhere. Emphasis on normal. Are you gonna hunt her down?
部長とかは息巻いてるけど、今頃どこにいるんだか。
I actually ran into her before I came here.
え？
She showed up at the batting cages with Edo in tow. She was the one who encouraged me to come see you.
そうだったの。
Gaze is tinged with a tiny hint of sadness.
元気だった？
She seemed to be doing pretty okay.
よかった。最後ひどい別れ方しちゃったから。
Yeah.
もう友達じゃいられないけど、でも私たちを応援してくれてるってことかな。
Miyuki fingers curl around the melted hairpin, a gift that was once a symbol of their bond. Hey, Miyuki. Want to climb up?
うん。
I'll lead Miyuki up the ladder to the top of the roof. There are no words begin to describe it. Morning or evening, the view from up here is completely, breathtakingly beautiful. But the view at night surpasses them both by far. It really does feel like we're at the center of the universe, huh?
今なら信じられるかも。
The earth and sky have each transformed into a sea of glimmering lights. The two of us find ourselves too engrossed to notice the biting cold. Say, Miyuki, have you heard the school legend about the roof?
え？屋上の伝説？
Yuki's flaming cheeks give her away completely.
あれね、もちろん知ってるわよ。私が何回屋上に呼び出されたと思ってるの？
Plus, it was the reason you first confessed your feelings to.
それは忘れててば。
Sorry. If two people share a kiss on the roof, their love will be eternal. Pretty sure every single person who goes to our school knows about it. Do you think it's true?
噂は信じない。私はそういうタイプだったけど、もしかしてとか思うようになったかも。
Did Aioi change her mind? Miyuki nods. She pauses for a moment, then looks directly into my eyes.
ねえ新一ここ私の特別な場所にしてくれる
Oh, I only have one choice. Yep, sure. I nod my head and move in close. We gaze into each other's eyes. She smiles, relieved. This is the real Miyuki, the girl behind the stage persona. I'm the only one she shows herself to. She closes her eyes. I gently put my arms around her, magnetized by her charm. I kiss her. We loved each other for so long, and we tried to hide it all this time. But now our kiss will bind us together for eternity. My heart pounds with joy as my senses begin to fade, until all that's left is Miyuki. I feel like I'm on cloud 9, or floating in space.
私を永遠に離さないでね新一
Okay, so what normally happens here is this is an R18 game, so you can play it with some adult scenes. So yeah, they consummate their love on the roof. But I know people don't really respect the R18 genre, and for the most part, most titles that are released, I mean, it's smut, right? it's not supposed to be anything more than that. But every once in a while, and it's been happening more lately, obviously, but every once in a while there'll be something that's released that is smut, but also is much more than just smut. So in a lot of ways, I think not having these R18 scenes in here actually kind of harms this game. So we're only like halfway through, maybe a quarter way through of what this game is going to show us. But just bear in mind that they have this relationship, then they come to the end of it, and become real intimate, and they share a lot of information when they're intimate. So just bear that in mind. I mean, this is all stuff that's kind of really important, and I don't think the words are enough. I think it's kind of important that you be able to see, the bond that they have, physically, because it's not just smut for smut's sake. It actually is part of the story. So with that in mind, I always suggest folks purchase these games that I review, or that I say that are good that I review, because you're going to find a lot of surprises on your own. Even if you and I both go through it, I think playing on your own gives you a lot different perspective. Anyway, that's my spiel. So don't hate this game because there is an R18 version, or that some of the R18 scenes are kind of extreme. At least in a romance visual novel. But yeah, bear that in mind, because there's a lot more that's going to go on here. Life is not a highway. Life is a staircase. You just got to keep climbing. Otherwise, if you start to overthink it, you'll have trouble taking the next step. There are no branching paths. No point in regretting your actions that you take, or you didn't take. They say life is a series of choices, but that's nonsense cooked up by the old and bitter. Yesterday leads to today, and today leads to tomorrow. One step at a time. What lies ahead? Oh, that's right. Ludes. Thanks, Captain. Wait, what? That's ridiculous.
そんなにここが見たいそっか男の子だもんね
Ah, now I understand. Damn right, I'm a guy.
あなただけだからね
I could feel my rational brain crumbling away as pure emotion starts to drown it out. I promised I wouldn't lie to myself anymore. Now it's time to take the lead and...
ちょっと新一おかしいわよ早く目覚まして
You're not crazy. I love you, Miyuki.
うんありがとう
Miyuki, I want you.
いい加減にしなさい
Ow, 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 ow. Huh? Is this real life?
当たり前でしょ。
Oh, was I dreaming? I'm sorry.
罰として朝ごはん抜き。
I'm really, really sorry. Please forgive me, mistress.
そんなに食べたいの。
I'll do anything. It's not every day I get the chance to start my day off with some of Miyuki's delicious home cooking. I'll even prostrate myself if I have to.
まあそこまで言うんだったら考えなくもないけど。
You mean it?
ただし条件があるわよ。
What's that?
ね
Yes.
キス。私におはようのキスして。
I step out of the bathroom. Methinks that was a bit too much excitement for one morning. I certainly wasn't expecting Miyuki to demand a kiss first thing after I woke up. Man, that kiss. The memory's enough to make me blush all over again. Her face was bright red the whole time, of course. She was so goddamn cute. And then I caught myself wishing the moment would last forever. And other embarrassing shit like that.
新一
Oh, right. Coming. I find myself standing in the middle of the hall for no reason. If I keep zoning out like this, Miyuki will have slaved over that hot stove for nothing. Man, I'm so lucky I get to eat her cooking first thing in the morning. Wait. Hold on a second. What is she even doing here this early in the first place?
新一、朝はいつも適当に済ませちゃうでしょ。今は若いからいいけど、後で絶対ガタが来るんだから。
No sense in worrying about it now, though.
当然心配するわよ。だって屋上でキスしたでしょ。
Yeah?
だから。
So what? If two people share a kiss on the roof, their love will be eternal. You seriously believe that dumb rumor?
え、なんで？
Oh my god, she actually believes it? I guess I can't be too surprised knowing how she is.
ほら、冷めないうちに食べて。朝練するって家に嘘ついてきたんだから、残さず食べてよね。
Thanks. The tables lined with grilled fish, miso soup, pickled plums, and sesame spinach salad appear unadulterated Japanese breakfast. It seems plain and functional at first glance, but... Holy shit.
え、やばいって？
This is delicious. I don't know how you do it, but you knock it out of the park every single time. This feels more like a feast than a regular old breakfast.
そんな、もったいなくはないでしょ。間に合わせの材料しか持ってきてないんだし。
Yuki's so cute when she tries to be humble, especially when she's blushing. I can't help but want to tease her more. What's this? Do I detect a hint of your famous secret ingredient?
そんなの入れた記憶はないけど。
Sure you do. Put on my award-winning smile. Seasoned with your love.
バカ！調子に乗らないの！おはよう。おはよう。ほら、もっと近づいて。
We don't have to do this, you know.
彼氏でしょ。一緒に登校するくらい当たり前じゃない。
She pulls me along by the hand. I can't argue the point any further. As we head through the crowds of people on our way to school, I can feel weird vibes from everyone we encounter. Miyuki may be in love with me, but it doesn't change the fact that she's objectively out of my league. You're surprisingly calm, I see.
演技してるだけ。心臓はバクバクなんだから。
Stated like a true thespian. Only an actress of her caliber would be able to mask her agitation this well. I'm not a good actor, though.
泣き言言わない。
Side by side, we approach the gates. At this point, I'm already over it. The haters can stay mad for all I care. Nothing can possibly faze me now. I can't do it. Maybe I lied.
一番アピールしなきゃならないのはここでしょ。
I know, but I'm not emotionally prepared.
うだうだ言わない。ほら、行くわよ。
Whoa. Not so fast. I stumble into the classroom. Then she steps in after me.
おはよ
She greets the room casually, just the same as always. One by one, our classmates greet her in kind. I can hear confusion in their voices, but nevertheless they crowd around their queen as usual. Evidently, the whole class has already heard the news that we walked to school together. I can feel some curious stares pointed in my direction. And I can see my male classmates grinning at me, some of whom ordinarily never would have noticed I existed. A few of them came up to clap me on the back. Oh, that hurt! Cut it out, guys! I notice some of them have taken the opportunity to vent their jealousy. Come on, guys. You guys, give me a break. But I know they're mostly joking. Besides, I figured they'd haze me somehow. Though admittedly, I'm a teensy bit disappointed with how easily they came around. If only every day could be like this. Just then, I get a nasty wake-up call. A single scrap of paper waits for me on my desk. This is a club resignation form? Apparently not. The words club resignation form are scribbled out. Instead, the words letter of expulsion have been printed above it in flowery calligraphic? Wow, that's a form of the word I very rarely ever say. A calligraphic script. Sure enough, the letter is signed Akibono Yutaru. Why do you bother making it so fancy? Then I see the contents of the letter. Die. Yutaru. The letter in hand, I quietly approach his desk. I find him staring down in silence, his hands trembling faintly. I swear I didn't know things between me and Yuki were going to turn out like this. I wasn't trying to hide it from you, but that doesn't change the fact that I hurt you. I'm sorry, Yutaru. I feel really bad about this, and I promise I won't do it again, so I gently set the letter back on his desk. Can't we keep goofing around every morning like always? Besides, with me gone, the Boys and Dreams Club won't have enough members to avoid being shut down. So it makes sense to...
Shinichi 部員、いやShinichi元部員よ。お前は大きな勘違いをしているぞ。
I am?
なぜ我ら男のロマンクラブがこれほどまでに慢性的な人員不足に見舞われているか、お前は知っているか？
Because you're obnoxious?
違います。時々言われるけど違うぞ。
Now he admits he's obnoxious.
男のロマンクラブが慢性的な部員不足に見舞われる理由、それはロマンクラブの鉄の掟。ロマンクラブ部員はすべからく男のロマンを追い求め続けるべし。
Alright, this sounds familiar.
追い求めるからこそ手に入らないからこそロマン。お前はもう手に入れちまったんだよ。それみゆきって名前のでっかいロマンをな。
Yutaru.
男のロマンクラブ部長あけぼのゆうたろうの名において命ずる。今日この日をもって鈴木真一は男のロマンクラブを卒業する。おめでとう真一。
Yutaru pushes the letter of expulsion into my hands like it's a diploma, all the while crying manly tears. I don't understand. For some reason, some kind of strange emotion is welling up in my chest. Is this really happening? All this time I've just been rolling my eyes at the concept of the BD club. I thought I was just another stand-in member. Yet, Yutaru. I take the letter, my expression firm. I can't accept this. I shred the letter, crumple the pieces into a ball, and push it back into his hands.
お前なんでこんなこと？
You appeared to me in a dream this morning, and you showed me a new way to search for my dreams.
なんだと？
While I admit I might have attained one dream, the very moment I did, it transformed into pure joy and took root deep in my heart. And all that's left to do is find a new dream, don't you think?
新しい男のロマン。 本気でわからない。曽根さんというロマンを手に入れたお前がこれ以上何を望もうと言うんだ。
Well, good point. What's my next big dream? Think. Are there any dreams I gave up on in the past? Wait. Come to think of it, didn't Yutaro once proclaim his dreams dead after that whole situation with his cross-playing brother? How about cosplay or something?
コスプレナース、バニー、フケ、ミコ、そしてメイド。学園のアイドル曽根みゆき、クールビューティーな曽根みゆき、ツンデレ挙動をしてくれる曽根みゆき。そんな彼女がもし万が一メイド服を着たら、お帰りなさいませご主人様とか言ったら。
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think I can see the appeal.
それがロマンチカラだ。
The what now?
そう、男のロマンは消えない。何度でも蘇る。俺たちが望むことをやめない限り。
Whoa, what are you doing? Yutaro suddenly stuffs the crumpled paper ball into his mouth.
俺は宣言を撤回する。
Yutaro?
男のロマンクラブ部長の自分が恥ずかしい。新一よ、お前は今でも立派な男のロマンクラブ部員だ。
Yutaro.
新一。
あなたたちバカなの？ほら早く。
Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is Audapostrophe. You've been watching You and Me and Her, a love story on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.